fisting her hair as he set a brutal, unrelenting pace. Ruby twisted and shuddered underneath him, her body arching to meet each thrust until the storm of desire reached its peak.
Ruby stared at me as if I was a ghost. The way her eyes kept scrutinizing me in anger and surveying my body, I understood she knew I was Anna and she had connected the dots. You think I don't see through you? A mere rogue trying to sneak into my position. Ruby sneered at me, taking a deep whiff. I knew she was trying to sniff my wolf, knowing too well what had been done to me. Satisfied with what she found, she turned to Noah. I hope you are not gullible enough to fall for her tricks. What tricks? Anna is our guest, Noah asked in confusion while I tried to stay close to him. Guest? You barely know her, Noah. How can you trust a girl you randomly met for barely 5 minutes? I hope you don't end up getting deceived like the last time. Keep in mind what happened to you. Do you want a repeat of that? She shouted, angering Noah. Shut up, Ruby, or I will forget you are my Luna. Reel in your tongue. You like it or not, Anne is here to stay. He almost raised his hand, shocking her. I took the moment to play my own card. Faking tears like Ella used to do, I slouched my shoulders and changed my voice. Acting as a delicate, helpless female in front of alpha males always worked. Their tendency to dominate and protect would always make them react. It worked like magic, and I saw Noah softening even more for me. You don't have to apologize, Anne. You are always welcomed here. It's Ruby who should be sorry for being such an obnoxious host. He sent a glare Ruby's way and her mouth opened. You can't be serious right now, Noah. I am not apologizing to some harlot looking for a cheap way to climb the ranks. She took a threatening step and I acted all gullible, turning quickly to face Noah. Alpha Carol, I don't wish to take your Luna's position, nor am I some whore. But there is something about your scent, something about how you speak and conduct yourself that I wish to spend more time with you, I said in the softest tone I could muster, burying the disgust down below somewhere. And you will, Noah answered with care dripping from his words. He couldn't keep his eyes off me. Over my dead body. Ruby tried to push me away from Noah and he stepped between us, glaring back at her. It was like watching two snakes fight and to decide which one was worse. Stop making situations difficult, Ruby, or I will strip off your position as my Luna and let Anne take it. His unsympathetic words broke something inside Ruby and I saw her cast the same look towards Noah, the one I had done when he had broken my heart and had chosen Ruby. To say I wasn't internally bubbling in satisfaction would be a lie. Revenge was a dish best served cold. For real, Noah? How could you forget everything I did for you? Risked my life to help you gain the title of Alpha. If it hadn't been for me, you would never be Alpha. How could you be so ungrateful to me? She demanded, tears streaming down her contorted face. I wanted to scoff at her words. I had loved this woman with everything and all she had done was betray me. Her crocodile tears seemed to have stuck a nerve in Noah. The care he held for her seemed to stretch between the two for now. Both had done evil deeds together and knew each other's secrets. They couldn't let the other go so easily. He quickly grabbed her hand and pressed it. I apologize, Ruby. I know how much you have sacrificed for me, but I don't want to insult a guest. He then turned to me with an apologetic look. And you are a beautiful woman, but Ruby is my Luna as she has more experience and has been managing the pack for the last 6 years. I do regret her behavior though. I smiled at them in understanding. The first seed of discord had been sowed between them. Now I just needed to water it and their downfall would resume. I understand, Alpha Carol, but I have no regrets. Anyone would want to be with a man of your caliber, I said sweetly. Ruby threw daggers at me with her eyes, but I kept my focus on Noah. You have my full support, Anne, he assured me as Ruby slipped her arm around Noah, trying to show me she still had the upper hand, as if I wanted someone like him. Seeing them stand there had my insides blazing, but I kept my temper in check. Their death will come, but slowly and swiftly. First, they will suffer. Besides, I needed evidence of their involvement in the death of my father and his companions. No matter what it took, I would get close to Noah and prove my innocence to the world and claim my pack from these two despicable people. My thoughts were interrupted by the sharp ringing of my phone. Taking it out of the bag, I saw it was from Oliver. Quickly swiping my thumb on the touchscreen, I received the call and placed the phone on my ear. "Hello? Anna? Where are you? I am hungry, come home." His deeply disturbed voice came through and my heart instantly sank. Oliver seemed disturbed, so I quickly tried to pacify him. "Hey, dear, something came up so I had to leave. I am coming to you very shortly, don't worry. Fine, but hurry up." He didn't sound very pleased on the phone as the call ended. I lifted my eyes while placing the phone back in my bag. Ruby was glaring while Noah seemed slightly jealous. "Who was it? Your voice had gone all soft while speaking to him," Noah questioned rather curiously. "That was Oliver, Alpha King's son. The young man who came to my defense at the party," I informed them. "Both of you seem close." I could sense the excitement in Noah's voice. "I am his nanny, so yes, we are close," I replied, adjusting my hair and ensuring my wig remained in its place. My remark had them both exchange a glance, and Noah's eyes filled with reverence at the information. He was power-hungry, and I knew this was another reason he was trying to suck up to me. "I had an inkling that you were close to the boy. Can you put in a good word with the king for me and arrange a meeting? He hardly ever meets anyone," Noah pleaded, desperation so visible in his tone. I wanted to refuse him flatly, but that wouldn't serve my case. So I said, "I am just a nanny and I am closer to Oliver. I don't think Alpha King will appreciate it if I try to win favors for someone else." But Noah wasn't put off by my words. "Please, and try it for me," he requested with puppy eyes. I didn't wish to entertain him or her anymore. "I can't make any promises for now. Oliver needs me, so I must leave immediately." Ruby seemed relieved, but Noah slightly scowled. "As you wish. But remember my words," he said, as I took my leave with a nod. Heading back, I removed my wig and lenses in the car and tossed them in my bag. Lenses I placed in the lens case. Reaching back, I hurried inside the house. The guards were waiting outside. "He is pissed. We tried, but he wouldn't eat anything," one of them informed me. "Don't worry, I will handle him." The guard let me enter. They were going to be keeping a strict watch on me as per their king's orders. Oliver was sitting on the sofa watching Tom and Jerry with a very grim expression. His small arms were crossed on his chest. "Hey, Ollie, I am back," I greeted, and went over to sit beside him. He huffed and faced away, showing he was angry. "What's wrong?" I asked, reaching out for his cute little hand. "You are late," he fumed, refusing to meet my eye. "I got held up, but I am here now, my apologies. You are turning out to be like my father. You promised to be there for me but disappeared. Are your promises empty like his?" he said with indignation, his eyes tearing up, and my heart ached in the worst possible ways. Somehow I never wished to see this little pup cry or get upset. It hurt my soul. No, Ollie. I am truly sorry. I just got stuck with something, but I assure you this will never happen again. You promise?" He turned to me and asked in expectation. "I promise, unless and until your father won't want me around. I am never leaving you, Ollie." I affectionately touched his hand, and he hugged me with his soft arms. "That will never happen. I will never let father make you go away. You will always stay with me," he possessively whispered in my chest as I returned his hug. We stayed like that for a while, absorbing each other's warmth when I asked, "What would you like to eat?" His arms let go of me and he straightened up, looking at me with such expectancy. "Father never lets me eat burgers and fries, saying they are unhealthy, but all the kids eat them. So why can't I? Today I want those," he said with excitement dripping from his words. He rubbed his hands together. I cradled his round face in my hands and answered, "Well, your father is right. Junk food is not healthy and should be avoided. We should always eat healthy food, especially at this growing age. Please, Anna, please." He pouted so cutely, and there was this light in his eyes I didn't wish to dim. So I gave up. "Fine, but I will make everything myself, so it's healthy for you." "Yes." He did a small happy dance by wriggling his upper body, and I couldn't help but laugh. "I will go prepare your meal. Enjoy your cartoons meanwhile, and then we can do homework. Any allergies I should know about while preparing your food?" "So I won't use those ingredients?" I asked while getting up. "Onions? I am allergic to those." "Don't add them," he informed me while straightening up and focusing on his cartoons. I was slightly taken aback by his words because I was allergic to onions as well. My mind traveled back to my surrogacy, and thoughts of my child and what I had lost resurfaced. What if my child was not dead but alive? But Oliver thwarted any hopes with his next words. My father is allergic to onions too. I have inherited the same allergy. I quietly nodded and went up to prepare the burger and fries for Oliver. I baked the bun myself and took extra care while preparing his food. I wished for him to eat healthy, but also wanted him to enjoy his childhood. Kids love such food, and sometimes they should have them as a treat. When everything was prepared, I made a banana smoothie alongside and placed everything on the table. It had been a while since I had prepared food for someone with such love and care. The delicious smell wafted from it and went to Oliver. "It smells so yummy," he cried out in joy. Before he could come over and eat, the doorbell rang, and Oliver ran away to answer it. I settled down on the table to wait for him.
Oliver opened the door and found his father standing there. He was slightly surprised and wholly amused to find his father coming home so occasionally in the past 2 days. "Hello, you are early," Oliver greeted him, and he patted his son's head. His eyes went straight to where Anna was sitting, and Oliver noticed how his father looked at her. He made a mental note to talk to his father about Anna and explained she wasn't like those women who chased him for his money. She was genuinely a good person with a soft heart. There was this feeling he had for Anna that she would never harm them. "Yes, I got off work early," Asher said, walking inside and moving to the table where Anna was sitting. Oliver tagged behind. "Good afternoon, Mr. Ludwig." Anna warmly greeted him with a smile. A slight blush appeared on her cheeks, remembering their last encounter. Asher ignored her greeting as his eyes fell on the food she had served Oliver, and rage surged through him. He lifted his angered blue eyes towards Anna and bellowed, "What are you serving, my son? Don't you know junk food is unhealthy for kids? Need I tell you everything on how to do your job? You do it again and I will strip you off every title and turn you into a rogue. No one will be allowed to welcome you in their packs. No one will save you from my wrath." Anna was slightly taken aback by his sudden outburst. Before she could speak, he continued, "You do it again and I will strip you off every title and turn you into a rogue. No one will be allowed to welcome you in their packs. No one will save you from my wrath." The man was slightly unhinged and had a tendency to overreact, Anna concluded. No wonder Oliver's mother chose to leave him. Her jaw twitched to spat back at him. But Oliver came and stood in front of her with his arms spread and faced his father. "It was my decision. I forced Anna to make this for me. Stop blaming and saying bad things to her." Oliver vehemently defended Anna. Knowing she had to remain on Asher's good side, Anna spoke too, but calmly. "I made everything myself, so it's healthy. I would never give Oliver some junk from outside. You can try it if you want." She pointed to the food, welcoming Asher to join his son. Asher narrowed his eyes at Anna and was about to speak when Oliver beat him to it. "She is my future mate, and she prepared the food for me with love. I will eat it," Oliver said with childish possessiveness, his arms still spread out in front of Anna as if he was trying to protect her from his raging father. His resilience and trust he placed in Anna was on full display. His father found his behavior highly amusing, but before a smile could break out on his face, he checked himself and deliberately said, trying to elicit more reaction from his son, "I would still recommend not eating this junk." Asher, calling the food Anna had made with love for Oliver junk, extremely infuriated the little boy. He had never felt such rage towards his father. He really was a callous man. "I can decide what I need to eat and what not. You can't always dictate to me. It's not like you ever prepared anything for me. Stop with judgment," he almost shouted at his father. His tone enraged Asher too. "Are you forgetting who you are and whose son you are? Do I need to remind you of that too?" Asher demanded, glaring back at his son. He seemed to care more about Anna than his father. It was like watching a grown version fight with his mini version. That edgy tone and raised voice didn't sit right with Anna, and she quickly came to Oliver's defense as well. She slowly took his arm and pulled him behind her. Standing to her full height, she defiantly stared back at Asher. "You can't use that tone with your son. Try being gentle sometimes. Can't you see he is a little pup still?" she asked. A little disappointed with how Asher treated his son, her scent hit Asher like a tornado, and for a second he lost his focus. He had to stop breathing for a while to reel in his wolf, who had instantly perked its head up and wished to take a whiff from her slender neck. The tiny dress with an ample cleavage she wore didn't help his case, and he had to resist the urge to take a peek at her full bosoms. Instead, Asher scoffed at her and shook his head before pointing it out. "Oliver is my son, in case you have forgotten, and I will talk to him the way I see it fitting. You are just a nanny, so stop telling me how to talk to my son." Or what, Mr. Ludwig?" Anna asked, slightly disappointed at how clueless Asher was to his son's feelings. "Or you will find yourself without a job before you have even started it." Oliver poked his small head from behind Anna and mumbled, "She is not going anywhere, not now or ever." He was clutching Anna's leg and glaring at his father. "You see, Oliver is my employer now, and I have a right to defend him. You can't go on talking to your son like that." Anna had concluded that Asher was incapable of handling Oliver on his own. He had the emotional stability of a child himself. They both needed her, or they would always be at each other's throats and Oliver would suffer most. Growing up with such a father who was clearly uneducated on ways of fatherhood, instead of getting angry, Asher was amused at Anna's bold take. No one ever stood up to him like that. He was used to people cowering before him, and here was this woman, who was not in the least affected by him or his aura. He found her very intriguing and knew she would take care of Oliver no matter what. She was bold and brave and spoke her mind. The kind of person he needed for his son. While their spat was going on, Asher's phone pinged. He had asked a trusted hacker to get information on Anna and find out who she was. His beta, Eden, had been on leave for a while due to his sick father, so the task fell on others. Opening the message, he read it and was left slightly surprised and a whole lot of amused. It read, "Anna, full name, Anna Carroll, Alice Ann. Profession, assassin for the organization, Shadow, member of Night Shadow Warriors Pack, daughter of their previous alpha who died under mysterious circumstances. Assassin and a daughter of an alpha. Now this got a whole lot more interesting," Asher thought to himself.
Mr. Ludwig pocketed his phone and turned towards me. "After Oliver has eaten, done his homework and put to bed, come see me in my room. We need to talk," he ordered, eyeing me. "I will." He turned away and headed upstairs to his room. Oliver and I enjoyed the food. "This is the best burger I have ever eaten," he told me with a heartwarming smile. I patted his head. After the meal, I helped him with his homework and then put him to bed once he had brushed his teeth. "Tell me a story," he asked sleepily. So I sat beside him and began to narrate a story of a werewolf and a fox. Soon he drifted off. Kissing his forehead, I covered him with a blanket and turned on his starry night lamp. I left his room, closing the door slowly behind me. Now it was time to face the brute king. I knew he was going to reprimand me for trying to stand up to him, but someone had to, or he would keep getting his way with Oliver. Standing outside his door, I took in a deep breath and finally knocked. "Come in," his guttural and heavy voice came from inside. I entered his lowly lit room and closed the door behind me. Turning to face him, my breath hitched and dislodged in my throat, seeing the scene in front. He had just emerged from the bathroom with only a towel wrapped around his tapered waist. The man was a muscle of mountains. The water droplets dripped down from his wet hair and along the contours of his rugged torso, slowly making their way to his perfect V and disappearing into the towel. Droplets were ignited by the yellow light in the room, making it appear like the beads of fire covered him. Every muscle, every protruding vein was a piece of art of this hulking man. His deep blue eyes caught mine, and his full lips turned up into a smirk, seeing I was openly gawking at him. I gulped, unable to tear my eyes away from the art that this man was. That fresh smell of snow surrounded him, and my mind conjured up images of me licking those water droplets of his smooth skin. "Enjoying the view, Miss Anna Carroll of Night Shadow Warriors Pack? Or should I say Anne of Shadow Organization?" he seductively asked, leaning against his desk and crossing his arms and tapered long legs. I felt my cheeks and ears scalding from embarrassment at being caught staring, but I couldn't help it. Who could when one had such a fine specimen in front? I wasn't even surprised he had dug out everything about me. A knowing smile crept up to my lips. I knew he would be digging, and wouldn't let just any woman be in the vicinity of his only son. So you know? I asked, finally tearing my eyes away from his naked torso and lifting them to his face. I would like to hear from you. What's the story? He asked, his eyes holding curiosity. I sighed and stared down at the carpeted floor as I began to tell him my story. Having to relive those moments again hurt my heart. I skipped the part where I lived on an island and was a surrogate. I concluded by informing him with gritted teeth, I just want revenge against Noah and Ruby and obtain my pack back from those two scoundrels. I see. And how am I linked to all this? I saw a flicker of concern in his eyes, but as soon as he blinked, it vanished. I just want you to change the werewolf law of a female not allowed to rise and become an alpha. Hence, I can ascend to the alpha position and obtain what's rightfully mine. I stated the obvious. And if I don't, will you take that out on Oliver? Will you hurt my child? He asked with a raised eyebrow. I shook my head. A small smile had weaved its way onto my lips. I will never hurt Oliver. The business between us will never affect my relationship with your son. Believe it or not, he is very dear to me and I will never do anything to jeopardize his safety. And why should I believe you? A woman driven by revenge and vengeance is dangerous, and I highly doubt anyone standing in her way would be safe. Even if it's a child, he taunted, tilting his head to the right as his eyes kept thoroughly observing me. Am I not being monitored at all times? How can you accuse me of hurting a child when it's literally you tormenting him with your words? I retorted in anger and his eyes blazed. How dare he accuse me of something like that? I can, since I saw you flirting with Noah. Is that what your ultimate plan is? To climb into his bed? Have a sexual relationship even though he rejected you? He retorted with sarcasm, his tone sharpening. His words set me on fire. My mind whirled at being blamed like that. He had no right to dictate my actions. A man like him would never understand what I had gone through. Without thinking, I marched forward until I was right in front of him. Asher straightened, taking a step in my direction as well. His fresh oceanic scent invaded my nose and assaulted my senses. I raised my hand to poke him in the chest, but my fingers bruised past his towel as he took another step, resulting in his bath towel unwinding and crumbling to the floor, exposing his whole nakedness to me. Although I knew I shouldn't look, my eyes, of their own accord, dipped and landed on the proud, unyielding peak of his masculine form. Shit, I cried and clamped my mouth and closed my eyes as quickly as possible. He was big there. No, slash that, he was huge. How was he this huge? The Alpha King stood before me in all his naked glory. Every part of his body was toned and rigid from the layers of muscles. His waist formed that perfect V-shape to the root of his strength. The embarrassment seeped into every cell of my body and I blushed down to my bones. If only the floor would open and engulf me. Sorry, I didn't do it on purpose. It was an accident. I spoke in mortification. This was not happening. I slowly opened my eyes, ensuring I kept my gaze on his face this time. He was smirking at me with his face only an inch away from mine. The blue in his bright eyes swirled with emotions foreign to me as his lips moved and he said, "Is that so?" His voice had dropped several notches and so had the temperature in the room. A shiver of excitement went spiraling through me seeing his twisted smile and a range of emotions on his ruggedly handsome face, revealing the hint of feelings he kept hidden most of the time. The tip of his pink tongue poked out between his meaty lips and casually wetted his lower one. Enticing me, I remembered how they had savaged my mouth yesterday and wished to taste them again. I gulped hard, trying to escape this embarrassing situation, but there was nowhere to run. "Yes," I said rather awkwardly. His smile turned into a deliberate scoff, and a small delirious laugh escaped his throat as he answered, "I don't believe you, Miss Anna." Slowly he bent down and picked up the fallen towel, and in slow, deliberate movements wrapped it around himself. His eyes never flitted away from mine, holding me hostage and daring me to take a peek again. And why would I do something like that on purpose?" I asked, trying to not be intimidated by his huge physique and that deep voice that churned my core. Considering you are eager to climb in anyone's bed, it's pretty obvious. That's why you are limited to remaining on the ground floor with Oliver. The first floor is restricted for you until and unless I summon you. He spoke with sudden detachment. That playful smile disappeared from his face. The mask of indifference coated it again. What a jerk. I opened my mouth to counter when he quieted me with his index finger, placing it against my lips, and spoke in a haughty tone. If you try something similar again, I will not hesitate to terminate you from this position. Not only that, I will make your life extremely miserable. Keep one thing very clearly in your mind, Miss Anna. You are not my type, so expel this thought from your brain that I will fall for your petty tricks. You don't entice me. His jabbing words and arrogant demeanor set a fire of rage burning inside me. Who the hell did he think he was? I was everyone's type, and I will prove that to him. My eyes narrowed at him as I saw him scoffing, trying to elicit these reactions. He was playing mind games. Well, two can play at it. I licked his finger and he quickly removed it with a growl. Didn't seem the case yesterday, Mr. Ludwig, when you were eating my face as if it was your favorite food, or when you were so eager to touch my body that you ripped my dress. Have you forgotten, perhaps? I asked, emphasizing every word and gawking at his face for the reactions I would stir. His eyes crinkled at the edges as they narrowed in slits. I had successfully pissed off the beast. My hand landed on his naked chest, exactly where his rapidly beating heart lay. A tingling current ran through where our skins connected and ended in my pit. It felt so right to touch him, although it was so wrong. The blue in his irises inked black, and a small growl escaped his throat. His wolf had surfaced, and I could sense him peeking through his eyes as if searching my soul, or maybe for my wolf. Trying to understand these conflicting emotions we birthed in each other, he found nothing, for Sable had been lost in some oblivion and I couldn't connect with her. It angered me to no bounds. But for now, I wanted to test the waters with this mysterious alpha. Slowly, with deliberate movements, I rubbed his smooth chest, and inkiness grew in his eyes. The low growl turned almost to a purr, and I knew his wolf liked me, or my hand would have been ripped off. This overwhelming amount of power I sensed from his wolf, and knew he was not an ordinary being. No ordinary man or wolf could become the Alpha King. He was special. It was embedded in his very bones, skin, and whole being. His muscles went all taut. The beats of his heart became irregular, and I could sense him twitching. His jawline had tensed, followed by the gnashing of his teeth, as if he was trying to keep a leash on his majestic beast, who seemed to be reacting to my very touch. Subtle, rapid shifts of his legs told me the taut stirrings beneath the towel were reacting to my touches. It made me bolder, and I took another step towards him. Our bodies almost collided. "Need help with something, Alpha King?" I asked, leaning in and whispering in his ear in a voice that bordered on seduction and coyness, suggesting if I should help him ease the mounting tension, for I could sense the rigid warmth pressing against my abdomen like a taut, unyielding pillar. The desires pulled inside me and wafted in the air, revealing my desires. He grunted in disapproval and shook his head. The inkiness disappeared, and those sapphire bluish orbs stared back at me in rage. His sturdy hand reached out and grabbed my throat in a grip tight enough to elicit a slight ah from me. His thumb swiped the arch of my neck as he grumbled back in a heavy voice. His pupils had dilated, and I knew I had successfully aroused him. Being an alpha male, it wasn't easy when the smell of an alpha female's arousal would hit and affect your wolf. Trying to seduce me? It won't end well for you. I can smell your arousal. I smiled while biting my lower lip and whispered back, and I can feel that rigid warmth beneath the towel. Seems like you are more affected by me than you would care to admit. His grip tightened around my neck, sending my mind into a delirious frenzy. His fresh breath enticed me more and sent my head swimming. "You are one stubborn woman, but I won't be seduced by you." With his grip becoming even rougher, but never to the amount that it would hurt me, the callous man dragged me towards the door. Opening it with his free hand, he pushed me out with his chest heaving and beads of perspiration forming on his forehead. I could sense him trying to keep himself in check and not to tear my clothes off. Not that I would have cared. "Stay away from me," he almost shouted before banging the door in my face. leaving me clutching my neck and reeling in the raw emotions he had stirred. Seemed like I would have to soothe the restless fire burning in my core alone once more. Sigh. Such was the life.
Anna Carroll was the second name of chaos and seduction. This I learnt the hard way. Her enthralling scent still lingered in the room, making my mouth water. I was this close to ripping her clothes and bending her over my desk. My throbbing core stirred with an unbidden twitch just at the thought of hearing her moans of pleasure as I would lose myself in her warmth. These thoughts hadn't hijacked my brain in a long time, but Anna made me lose control, too quickly and too easily. "You need to get laid. Maybe you will get less grumpy," Blaze chimed in. He had been taking a very peculiar interest in Anna. It was strange, for she had no wolf. "We are not going to kill someone innocent. You know, a woman can't take our power, especially someone who is not our mate," I countered, opening my towel and staring at the throbbing pillar of my desire, swollen to the point of aching discomfort. I was going to need another cold shower in order to relieve myself. She makes us react like no one else. Don't forget she is Slayer of the Shadow, and you saw her body. She has remarkable physical strength. I am sure she can take us, and I say we take the chance, Blaze countered again. I pinched the bridge of my nose and began to walk towards the bathroom. We are not giving in to her seductions. The woman is dangerous. Plus, Oliver needs her. He feels safe with her and even listens. I am not going to harm her. No way was I going to let something be jeopardized which concerned my son. When did you turn into such a sad old man? You won't even let me have any fun, Blaze grumbled and complained. He impatiently paced in my head, triggering a headache. I ended my link with him to find some peace. Turning on the faucet, I let the cold water droplets dribble over my heated body. It craved the touch of a mate, but that was a luxury I couldn't afford. My mate was a cheating gold digger who ruined my possibility of love. The memories of her brought me nothing but pain. The pattering of water on the tiles below slowly calmed me down. The exhaustion and worries of the day began to slip from me. The water took them away. I placed one hand on the wall and curled my hand around the throbbing heat between my legs and moved in slow, urgent strokes. This would have to do. Anna's beautiful face and twinkling eyes flashed in my mind as I closed mine. She had invaded even my personal space. A tiny package of bravery and temptation she was. She even stood up to me. My thoughts went to what she had told me about her pack and the hardships that must have fallen on her. And yet she remained steadfast and based only on her sheer willpower she had reached where she was. Without a doubt, Anna Carroll was the epitome of resilience, and there was a part of me that had begun to respect her, although I still didn't trust her. With Anna on my mind, I found release and washed up. Grabbing a night trousers, I put it on and exited the bathroom, climbing in bed. I pulled the sheets over me and tried to relax my mind. Tomorrow was going to be another busy day, so I needed to sleep. Closing my eyes, I slowly drifted off into the realm of slumber. The door to my room slowly opened and my tired eyes flickered towards it. Anna stood there in a skimpy nightgown. Her milky, lean legs were on full display. "Asher," she provocatively called out my name so sweet from her mouth. She moved like a vixen and slowly climbed over me, covering me like a warm mist. I could sense her everywhere, my skin, my blood, my bones. "Anna," I called out hoarsely to her, my body turning into an inferno again. Her hands slowly rubbed my chest while her legs intertwined with mine. "Let me make you feel better," she seductively whispered, and trailed her hand down inside my trousers, to the straining heat of my desire which ached to be touched and held. Her warm fingers wrapped around the throbbing ache, and a moan of relief escaped me at her touch. Her magical fingers moved in slow, teasing strokes and quick, urgent flicks. "Please, Anna," I was begging her. She moved further down and smiled like a Cheshire cat as her head full of red curls dipped. Her mouth opened, taking the heated tip of my desire into her mouth, her tongue tracing slow, teasing licks before she took me deeper into her warm, soft embrace. The groans and moans mingled as I closed my eyes and my body jerked. My hand moved and grabbed her scattered auburn curls, guiding her further. Fuck, her mouth was magical, and I wished to go deeper and let go inside her. She continued to bob her head, her eyes wavered to me as her plump lips remained around the base of my throbbing length. Her eyes watered, and yet there was this hint of defiance in her that she would see this through. Heat between my legs twitched with every swipe of her tongue against the sensitive spot. So hot I felt so fucking hot as it stirred with her movements, and I let go inside her mouth, waves of release flowing down her throat. He took it all in. The side of her lip had a drop leak out, but her finger swiped it and drank it up. She let go of the now softening heat between my legs with a quiet pop and smiled triumphantly at me. All the energy seemed to have left me as my body relaxed and the throbbing ache faded. This was magical. I had never felt such pleasure before. Feeling better, Asher? I told you I can help. She tilted her head and smiled in satisfaction, and then suddenly disappeared like a wisp of smoke. I jerked awake, covered in a sheen of sweat and alone. What the hell? I clutched my head. Now I was having wet dreams about this woman. The heat of desire stirred once more beneath my trousers, a stubborn, aching presence. This was going to be one long, painful night.
Noah had never completely forgotten Anna. She was his fated mate and the woman he had shared his first kiss with. He remembered how innocent and pure she was. She lacked the evilness which clung to Ruby. She was beautiful and charming without even knowing it. But the fact that her father was a killer made him blind, and he treated her in the worst way possible. Anna was the kind of person who always placed others' comfort over herself, something Ruby lacked. Anna was gone from his life but remained like a lingering shadow in his mind, never leaving, never letting him escape. Noah lay down in bed, but sleep evaded him. From the moment he had laid his eyes on Anne, he couldn't help but keep thinking about Anna. Ruby entered the room and Noah didn't even acknowledge her, too lost in the thoughts of the woman he had betrayed. Ruby observed his face, which had a distant look as if he was stuck in a memory. He took off her dress and grabbed a silk nightie. Putting it on, she slipped in bed with Noah. Rubbing his chest gently, she asked, "What's on your mind?" Only then did Noah acknowledge her presence. "Nothing. Just pack stuff." He shrugged, but Ruby knew that look too well. He had never really let go of Anna, and now that she was back in disguise, Ruby knew it was only a matter of time before she would show her true colors. Ruby was surprised that Anna had survived so long without her wolf and wondered where she had been for the past 6 years. The anger and jealousy surged through her like molten lava, ready to burn whoever stood in her path. Staring at Noah, she could sense he was thinking about Anna. The way Anna had entered their lives so easily and her attempts to seduce Noah made Ruby feel threatened. Just like she had ousted Anna from her pack and her position, it could be reversed. If Noah ever got bored of her and went back to Anna to rekindle the old flame, she would be left with nothing. She had to speak to Noah. "You are thinking about Anne? That woman is trying to interrupt our lives and you are letting her," she said in annoyance while perching herself on her elbow and staring at his face. A scowl formed as Noah side-glanced at Ruby. "You are being paranoid, Ruby, and doesn't even have a wolf. She holds no power. She is just a sweet girl. You have nothing to feel threatened about." Ruby scoffed and shook her head. "She pretended to kiss you today and is so eager to climb in your bed, and you are being too stupid to not realize that. I would never let anyone else take my position or my man," she angrily stated, resulting in Noah narrowing his eyes at her. In his mind, he blamed Ruby for Anna running away. He had wished to keep Anna with him after he had killed her father and taken the pack. She would have lost her wolf and would be a mere weak human. But Ruby's negligence in delivering the proper dosage of aconite resulted in Anna reconnecting with her wolf and running away. In his twisted mind, Anna was still his after everything he had done to her. The mere facade he put up to have her executed was just to make her submit to him, giving up all of her freedom. Once she had been brought to the altar where she was to be executed, Noah would have acted as a benevolent alpha, forgiving her of the crimes and asking her to remain as his slave. But all that was squashed when Anna escaped, and even after all these years, he couldn't get her out of his mind. "You have already cost me, Anna. Don't play with my patience, Ruby. I am the alpha here and I can do whatever I please. Always remember that." He seethed out and Ruby quickly fixed her expression. She didn't wish to make Noah angry. "Let's not fight. I just get jealous when some other woman approaches you. It's just natural because I love you so much." she replied in a low, dragging voice as her hand slipped inside his trousers and began to stroke the rigid, throbbing pillar of his unspoken desire. Noah relaxed instantly as that pillar stirred, fully awake under her touch, warm and firm against her fingers. "Ride me," he instructed, with lust descending in his eyes. Ruby was quick to obey. Climbing over him, she hitched her nightie up her thighs, her fingers wrapping around the stiffened pillar of his desire, guiding it to the soft, damp haven of her longing. When their bodies joined, a low moan escaped both of them, as if two wild things had found their way back to each other, a Euro's embrace. Both of them moaned in pleasure as their bodies connected and they gave themselves up to primal, unyielding need. Noah roughly grabbed her waist and adjusted her movements. They moved together in a frenzy of tangled limbs and ragged cries, the air thick with the raw, primal rhythm of their bodies. Soon Noah had her pinned on the bed, driving into her with a feral hunger, his hand fisting her hair as he set a brutal, unrelenting pace. Ruby twisted and shuddered underneath him, her body arching to meet each thrust until the storm of desire reached its peak. A tremor ran through him, his body going rigid before he spilled his release into her, a low moan rumbling in his chest as he collapsed, spent, over her. Soon he drifted off to sleep, but Ruby remained perfectly awake. Her mind was plotting. In his sleep, Noah mumbled Anna's name multiple times, angering Ruby even further. Her heart ached as if someone had daggered her. She pushed him off of her and he lay on his side, blissfully sleeping with Anna on his mind. Ruby's mind whirled all night as she plotted on how to get rid of Anna for good. She had failed once in killing her. She wouldn't make that mistake again. Noah and the Shadow Knight Warriors pack were hers, and no way she was going to let Anna slither back in and destroy what was hers.